I didn't know you were into gay porn, Jeff.
What?
Well, you had your camera focused on your pissing crotch then. Sake.
Oh. Oh, I like a bit of queer.
No, it's missed out at fucking recording then. Yeah, so Karen Emmanuel is shite. I'll give it 6 out of 10. That's being generous. Really is being generous. I'm gonna fucking sneeze. I must have missed about 10 minutes of fucking recording here. We're on fucking pause. Listen, if you do have time for a short Sir Dennis tomorrow, I'd appreciate it, because a short one, not a full one, a short one. No more than an hour. It's just that I've cocked up on fucking recording. So it's like an hour, no more than an hour, and that's it. Okay? An hour max. Saturday night, an hour max, that's all. That, like, if we say, okay, we finish at blah blah blah, we finish at blah blah blah, no matter what. It's just that I've cocked about fucking recording here, bastard, said no. Right, right, so we'll settle on the skull, and we'll settle on Captain Clegg as like they're our oxygen. Because we've got fucking loads of films to get through, man. Loads and loads of films. And did you say there was something about the licensing as regarding the Tyburn films?
Yeah, why do you think we haven't seen Legend of the Werewolf? That's Tyburn film.
That's just it. It's like a lot of these films, like House of Long Shadows. That film hasn't deviated from the price in all the times I've been monitoring eBay, Amazon, and any other website. I've been keeping an eye on them, and a lot of them, the price has not changed or deviated, not one bit. And that's why when I had the chance, I took the plunge and went for it. I'm pleased I did, because it's a clearer transfer. The documentary is fantastic. Julie Peasgood still looks fucking gorgeous. She still looks like she was in the film. She's fucking gorgeous, Julie Peasgood. And
Fucking hell, this fucking son. I'm in bloody prison here.
you're dressed up ready for Daddy to, treat Daddy nice and so.
And now it's bloody sunrise here.
Is it special effects?
Yeah, it's the second one from the snake.
From your... Oh. I was at the airport right tonight, and one of the part-timers, a Scottish chap called Alistair Curry. I know we've gone up to Halifax to have a family get together. I've got a face mask like that. Oh, hang on. I can do it. Is this effects?
Yeah.
Where the
That's what
fucking...
you've got.
Where's the fuck is...
Village people.
I need to find that moustache. Well, that's not it.
Effects, moustache, centipede.
I must
Where
have
do you
to,
get that from?
I must have to update it. Oh yeah, right. So, Alistair went to Halifax and he said to me, "You know what I had?" I went, "What?" He said, "I had a whole bottle of Jameson's Irish whiskey and 8 Peroni lager." So he said, "Oh, well, dog rough the next day." I says, "How long was it before you could eat?" So bloody, it was about a day before I could eat anything. So I'm not bloody surprised, man. You know, a full bottle of Jameson's, and didn't you have a once a full bottle of rum? And
Yeah,
you,
Captain Morgan.
how big was this bottle? Was it 50 cl?
Which one?
Well, the one that you diked, from full to empty.
70.
Fuck me. Jesus.
I was next morning. I was at. I thought I'd alcoholic poisoning because I learned fucking film so shaky, shivering, sweating a little bit. At Rosie, I stopped car on the way home for me to be sick.
Oh, no. Jesus. Yeah, again, the reason why, so if you could squeeze in a short Sir Dennis Saturday night, I know we try to keep Saturday nights free, it's only because I fucked up on the fucking recording, and it might be a bit more fresher, so like, if we limit to it, say, to just an hour, no more, and then that'll do, you know what I mean, it's just, I was a silly cunt. I thought, I've been yapping for ages here, but how come it's on 6 minutes? But oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm pause. Bastard. So, just let me know, when you're free, no squeezing, no more than an hour. Promise.
Yeah, so I had to get. I thought about it, and Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, and I thought, I need to get it. It continues on the story. Because Frankenstein's not separate films, is it? It's like it continues from each other. It's like one big film in divided into 5.
Look at that fucking
sections.
Jesus. Look at that. Fucking hell.
What's that, Jim?
It's about, that's a fucking a quadruple, if not a. It's deceptive them bottles, but I'm alright. That's the same bottle lasts me 2 weeks, if not more. Right, yeah, the Frankensteins.
Oh, I've got shits coming.
Pardon?
Oi.
Oh, it's Oreo.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, we've kind of got an unofficial fourth cat now. It's not our cat, but we call it One-Eyed Ginger. It's a regular visitor, and we even got food in for it. Tesco's cheapo cat food. It's a 16-year-old cat. We think it's a female. And about 2 or 3 times I've come back from bakery run, and she's been there. Want some food? So I pop and concepted door. Put some food in a bowl, and she likes being rubbed. You know, she gets on top of wheelie bin, puts the paw out, and she's just. I don't know that. I've gone all fucking white. What's all that about? Oh, I bet your fucking camera. What the hell? What am I liking this fucking thing? Oh, I'm gonna have to see if I can update this cunt because it's not doing it for me at all. Can I update Messenger? It should do. It's not to do with Google, surely.
I updated mine.
This is the new phone because on the old phone I'm using it to record because I can upload onto YouTube, but until they untrump the Huawei ban, I can't directly upload off this phone. So I use this phone to record. It was me to live transmit, and I use my old phone to record because I've still got access to Google services. Right, so this is my idea, right? On our next session, which at the moment is July the 24th, it's probably unlikely it will be July the 17th, which would be better for you because then you would be on the late shift that week. But it's looking unlikely at the moment. I'm still awaiting.
Yeah, but by the time we just got the butchers put the first film on, it'll be near enough similar time to what it was last time.
Well, that's why I said, because if I get, say,
we pissed about for half an hour in the kitchen having drinks.
Yeah, so I'll get, say, the fridge pack the day before, so that'll work out at about $4.50 each for booze bill. It's actually a bit. It's $9.25 at Tesco's, but forget about the 25. $4.50 each. That's only the pitch pack, because it's cheaper than it is at Asda.
Whoa, only 3 weeks tomorrow. Jesus.
Yeah. So that'd be that. So basically, let's say you finish about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, any time between 1 and half past.
Yeah. So we'll be about then. So basically, you'll go in car, boom, shoo, get down to Walker's Butchers. Slightly smaller order than last time. So it'll be 5 burgers instead of 6, 2 sausages instead of 4. Get in, boom, in oven, boom. Just to like get things going, we'll start straight off with a Henry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get at least the first 4 films ready. I'll have film number 1 in the top DVD player, film number 2 in the bottom DVD player. So when we know I'm getting to the end of the first film, fire up the second DVD so the DVD kicks in, blah blah blah. When I switch from AV3 or AV2 to the other way, the second film's ready. Then when that gets going, opening credits, then slide in the third film ready for when the second film finishes. So that'd be like DuckTales House of Horrors, then DuckTales House of Horrors. Is it Torture Garden? Torture Garden. Then The House That Dripped Blood. Finishing off with The Uncanny. Now I suggested, because you sent that screenshot of the Arthur Grimsdyke figurine, of watching again Tales from the Crypt. How do you feel about that? Yeah.
Wait, fuck's sake.
Is she a boy, is it, or a girl?
Girl.
Is she oh hello, oh yo? Is she cheeky?
Yeah, no, he wants some food.
Yeah, just like her dad. Was that 4 sausages you had earlier on?
Yeah, I've asked for 2 large. No, not large. I asked for 2 jumbo battered sausages and didn't have any. So what I said would do is knock 40p off and give me 4 small ones instead.
Is that from Chippy Round Corner?
Yeah, Newland Fryer.
Is it
not the Avenue Fisheries, the one in Newland Fryer.
Is it decent chip shop? Average.
Average. The chips are good. The fish can be a bit soggy.
Yeah, you like it crunchy, don't you?
Yeah, and it tends to stick to the paper.
Oh.
Which is why I don't really go for the fish. Bat sausages are quite good.
You know what I was thinking the other day? I mean, I know it would be ideal. In an ideal world, I'd like us to be either in the same street or the next street or 4 or 5 streets away. It'd be much more perfect. And I thought, God, if I thought about it, if I was at a chicken patch, I thought, something, fuck it, I'd probably got a place in Scunthorpe if I was still there. Wouldn't be much better for us. But
Just after flies now.
Just after what?
It's just after flies.
Oh yeah, both of them do that. But I'll tell you what, before I go back into Frankenstein, if we ever look in the lotto, I'll see my mum and dad right first. But if it's no, I said me and Gusher would love to have a place somewhere down in Cornwall. If we're big enough, I said, Jeff, get your ass down here, sell your house. I'll look after you. Honestly, man, get your ass down to Cornwall with us if we're lucky enough. Take care of you, man. Even get your own place nearby. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Cornish pasties, Cornish ice cream. Eh?
Oh yeah.
So if it was a lower level, I would make sure that you get your garden done and your curb lowered, that fence replaced with a wall. Get that outer cladding above your bedroom window, get that tidied up, and I would do that at least for you because that's what a friend's for. But with his higher level, no, not too high. I would say to you, look, when I say school, well, I cheated to a new house. But if it's higher, and we could, we'd fuck off to Cornwall, and if it's big enough, like we'll sort you out. Like sell your house, put money in bank. Be brilliant. And one thing I want to do is, I said to Gush, I would love to have a cinema room, soundproofed, with the lazy boy chairs, where we could watch all our Frankensteins in a big screen with supersonic Dolby sound, with our big. I would like that, Jeff. I mean, a proper cinema room with Dolby surround sound, big screen, comfy chairs, beer, pint holders. Watch Frankenstein in like, whoa. Oh yeah.
You'll
Whatever it is though, Jeff, we'll look after you.
You'll have to delete this video.
Why?
Yeah, you might have to delete it anyway.
Why?
Because,
Eh?
I think I flashed.
I never saw anything.
Yeah, you might fucking do it to watch it back again.
Flash what? Probably a split second and bloody hell, it'd probably blink and you fucking miss it.
Yeah, but still.
I know, but you bleating on about it and make it fucking obvious. If you hadn't said it, but I wouldn't notice. No one would fucking notice.
No, but it's still uploaded to YouTube then.
No, I didn't see anything, so if I didn't see anything, no one see anything, and I've got my eye on you. If I'd have seen your penny father, then I'd have said something. And I didn't see it, so don't worry about it.
It's recorded.
I can see you.
You can rewind it and play it back and watch it.
Don't. I've been keeping my eye on you, and I ain't seen nothing. So nothing's been on display. Put some keks on anyway, but I ain't seen nothing. And I've been keeping my eye on you, and I ain't seen. If I'd seen it, I'd have told you. I'd have mentioned it if I'd have seen you be John Thomas. Tit.
Yeah, but I saw it in my view, but
I didn't see it. I saw nothing. But I mean, if I'd seen something like that, I would have mentioned it. Believe me. You know what I mean? Get some keks on to prevent any more northern exposure. There's a hint from it. There's a TV show that's been for a long time. Remember that on BBC? Northern exposure about that mount. Was that about that Mountie?
I think so.
God. No, I just remember Saturday night TV with Cagney and Lacey. I always remember that after the news. I got Ken Lacey on DVD. When I got a bastard ping won't play. And every episode of Cagney and Lacey, and the bastard thing wouldn't play. I was absolutely gutted.
Would it play a new one?
I don't know what's it the fuck about now. That was ages ago, man. But then I've seen it in a German title.
How they kept all that fucker?
Well, normally I would have done, but the thing is, it was like 60 odd quid. It was about a good few months back. And obviously, I didn't know that I was paying for two duplicate insurance policies. I mean, now I regret getting this new phone because I said, because you know something, it's like July now, and I'm still using my old phone. What if I just waited? I could have been contract free in August. Contract free. And the money I spent to get out to upgrade early, it's like, well, I will well, it's more important than that we have a rerun of Sir Dennis Hodge tonight. If you got your fucking cock out, you dirty bastard. But it's your own mistake for your exposure. I will check it, but if it's like a blink and miss it, I won't bother. If it's a blink and miss it, then it's not worth. I mean, basically, it's one of those. Well, I tell you, there's an episode of Columbo in which a bloke's in the cinema watching this advertisement and he's going, oh, thirsty. Oh. And he goes out and he gets shot. And it was a form of advertising that was banned. It was like a split second. They were like, you can see footage of a car, but if they put like a one still of like a desert or someone down a first, like just one image. But if you watch a film in normal speed, you won't notice it. But it's like a subliminal message because your mind picks it up. And he kept putting his images of like a desert in it, and the plus going, oh, I'm thirsty. But and then Columbo, you know, he solved it like, you know, it was kind of suggestive advertising. So if you put an image of an ice cream in like a split second amongst like a film about a reservoir, and that person picks it up, their subconscious thinks you want an ice cream, even though it's like a microsecond still of an ice cream cone. Like it, you know, it's like a. You don't notice it until if you slow it down. Anyway, Frankenstein. Now I've got all the Frankensteins, even some of the Universal Boris Karloff. I've got the Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein with Karloff and that. I've got the Dracula with Lugosi. They're very good. I've got Nosferatu, the original German silent film from the 20s. It's a difficult watch. You know, you hear about Nosferatu, one of the Max Streck, one of the original, and it's like you watch it and I'm like, oh great, this is a legendary Nosferatu, the silent Dracula, although it's not called Dracula, which Bram Stoker's widow tried to get it destroyed, but 2 copies survived. And it's difficult to watch and it's like dum 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 dum, the caption, the dark figure approaches, dum dum dum. You're like, oh, you know, it's like it's a different kind of film you're used to. I said, "Gosh, you know something? I've got this because it's been touted like as one of the granddaddies of the horror genre, Nosferatu. But I'm struggling to enjoy it. It's like maybe at the time it would have been, wow, he's scary, he's spooky, but it's like it's a silent film with music and that, and it's a strange film to watch. Well, Frankenstein. I mean, the first one. You do have the first one, The Curse of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
A funny story of um, Melvin Hayes twice encountering Christopher Lee in a bar. The first time I created you. Hello? Who are you? I created you. Go away, you silly man. And then after it's something powered by about a few years later. Yeah, hello, sorry about this. I created you. Brad saying, hello, Christopher Lee. I played young Baron Frankenstein in the first film. But he made a tit of himself, and Christopher Lee's like, who are you strange man? Yeah, so the Kiss of, like I say, the Kiss of Frankenstein is good. Robert Urquhart, I saw him somewhere else. He played his teacher. The Revenge of Frankenstein is, you know, it's almost like the Halloween films. You got Halloween 1 and 2 with the gorgeous Jamie Lee Curtis, where the second one follows on directly from the first one. But then you get the third Halloween film, Season of the Witch, which stars the actor who was in Maniac Cop and The Fog, Tom Atkins. Nothing to do with the first two films. All Donald Pleasance, or anything like that. And it's a strange film. It's got nothing to do with Mike Myers and that hockey mask. 4, 5, 6 carries on with Donald Pleasance and Mike Myers. Some are better than others. Some are a bit trashy. But like Frankenstein, the third one is The Evil of Frankenstein, which is a standalone film, but it stars Peter Woodthorpe, who was the landlord in the school. Looking for this? Where did you find that? Oh, it was on a landing. I never had tenants like you before. You know, with then later on, is it after the mock trial at the police station when Peter Cushing wakes up in his strange person's lobby? Remember with the he's forced to do Russian roulette, and he has 3 goes, and that judge goes he's a he's like, and the third go, and then he walks away, and then they shut the door on him. Then the judge goes, and he starts laughing. Then rather than running for the bloody door like anyone else would do, he's like trying to like waft the gas away with his hand. I thought, fuck, what are you doing, man? Anyone else would run for the doors, but alright, he's trying to waft the gas away with his hands. and then the walls shorten, and then that is like then out of the mist, the skull appears, and then it collapses, and he wakes up in the tenant building where he wakes up in the tenant building where his creepy collector lives. Oh, have you got Blood on Satan's Claw? You have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes. Linda Hayden is absolutely sensational, especially when she confronts the vicar naked in the church. Come on, vicar. No, no, no. Go away, you harlot.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Wait. Zoom it. I can't, can I?
Is that Oriole's tail I can see?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure One-Eyed Ginger would adopt us if we took her in, because she's absolutely adorable as One-Eyed Ginger.
Oh, no, leave it.
You know, one thing you'll notice, Jeff, right, let's say with the Frankensteins. Well, again, tomorrow, just let me know when you've got an hour free, and make sure there's no dick pics. You know, no bloody trailers for a fucking grinder. Only an hour, max an hour, right? And then cut it off because it's your own fault. Eh?
Yeah, I'm seeing if I should the cock edit it out if you can.
I can. If I can ask a magnifying glass, but if I notice any cock, if I notice any cock, I'd have told you. But I'll have a look. But just an hour. That's all I ask. And then you set this free. Just an hour. That's all. Then it definitely will be cock free. Right, Frankenstein's. Right, you know you've got monsters. Now, I've seen I've got all the Frankensteins now, from Kiss of Frankenstein, Revenge of, the standalone Evil of Frankenstein, which has got nothing to do with all the other films. But it does stars Duncan Lamont. You know him, don't you? The doctor from Man About the House, when he goes to Robin Tripp. Oh, he got the common flu. But the same man, yeah, yeah. He's in it as a policeman. It's really good, but Peter Woodthorpe is like Zoltan, the hypnotist. That's a standalone film, like Halloween 3 is. But Tom Atkins saves that film. Tom Atkins, you know, the man from The Fog and Maniac Cop. What's the next one? The next one is Frankenstein Created Woman, which you've got in your micro penis hammer box set. Then there's Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed, with the man from the cameo from the man who appeared in the Elephant Man, Freddie Jones. That's where he gets his hands burnt. We can't forget about the horror of Frankenstein because it's just a remake of the first one by Jimmy Sankster.
Mistake film.
It's I can't bring myself to watch it. I like Ralph Bates. He's brilliant in Fear in the Dark. He's fantastic in his cameo in Taste the Blood of Dracula. And he's brilliant in the second film, although he's only a supporting artist, which is Lust for a Vampire, where he gets killed by Jut Stensgaard, who was Mia Carla. And it also features Mr. Crichton Jones, I do believe, as a cameo, as the English teacher on the way to the school, but this bloke who is onto it persuades him to go to Vienna to hide away for 2 months. And Mr. Crichton Jones, or Romney Jones. Yeah. So, Frankenstein, say the first one is Christopher Lee, who looks almost human. The second one is human still. Michael Gwynn. Him who plays the priest in Scars of Dracula with Dennis Waterman. So the first 2 films, they're human. Frankenstein created woman. She's human. Frankenstein must be destroyed. It's almost human. So really, it's only The Evil of Frankenstein, which is a standalone film, where the Frankenstein monster looks like he's had his head chiselled out of a block of rock. Oh, Google it, man. Honestly, it's a New Zealand wrestler called Kiwi Johnston. And they couldn't do too much because there was a threat of legal action by Universal, Boris Carter in America. But the one, The Evil of Frankenstein, which is just after The Revenge, but it's nothing to do with any sequel or prequel. It's standalone. It looks like he's had his head chiselled out of rock. It's ridiculous. So we've got like the first 2 where they're almost human. Woman is human. Taste of Blood of is human because it's Freddie Jones. So it's only really the last one where David Prowse, who was Darth Vader, he's wearing his big padded suit, which is half flesh, half hair. He's like the Yeti with alopecia.
Same as me.
No, worse. Worse. It's ridiculous. But then he starts to talk.
Norwich death metal.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how Shane Bryant and Peter Cushing kept a straight face. It's fucking ridiculous.
There was Incredible Hulk.
Oh man, I saw that video for. No, but I've upset of all the Frankensteins, all the Dracula. I've got all the Draculas, all the mummies. same way. Yeah. I've got them all now. There's just a few like Crucible of Terror, Crucible of Horror, or the original of the Gorgon, the Skull, and a hard copy of Crowd Banshee. But we've got fucking honestly loads. Right, Boreham Wood. It's thanks to the one person who remembered me from the Hollybush and the Shooting Star. We're now friends, Karen Whitehouse. You don't remember that instant at the Hollybush. It might have been the big London bash where the Friday night we were probably taking pictures of the pool table, the bars where there were messages, like when if there's no room left in the toilet on the floor, please use the toilets, or Halloween, blah blah blah, or the jukebox. We were probably taking pictures of signs and like you did of the vases, the fireplace in the Hollybush, that charity box. And I do remember it must have been the Saturday, her husband who's now departed this earth, they must have thought we were taking pictures of anyone and anything, and it was like going on and on and on, and you were to my left and they were to your left, and there was like race to at the bar and they were blah blah blah, and when I put out the appeal on one of the Facebook groups for Bolwood or Elstree, I remember you, and we're now friends on Facebook. I said, oh, it's so nice, like, because both me and Jeff have got very fond memories of the Hollybush. And I said, Gusher today when went out shopping and that, I said, you'd have loved the Hollybush. As Jeff put it was like something like Dick Turpin. It was like you set off from the Elstree Inn onto Shenley Road, past the railway station. Once we just discovered that footpath, it was like up that footpath past the cemetery and the horse place, come out onto Elstree Hill North near the cenotaph, and then it was like a sanctuary. I can't describe it any better. And then you sent that picture of that fish and chip shop on Shenley Road.
No, I just had I was on Google Street View and I was going up and down looking for that flipping pizza place, and I found it. It's changed owners, and I went down Google Street View, and when you turn around, look, thought, oh, what's this? Chip shop? Didn't see that before.
Well, the place next to it, it's called Turkish Kebabs. I'm suspecting that was fuck up. I'm suspecting that was that chicken place that we used to go to.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, we had many a problem getting our midnight munchies.
But one is we left too late.
But it's just like when we were doing the karaoke at the White Hart, we could see the pizza shop, so we could dash across and get one. And we would demolish that pizza in less than half a mile and be gone. But it's like, we enjoyed ourselves so much at the Holly Bush in Elstree Village. Really enjoyed ourselves to the max. It was like a home from home. I always remember Ray Steer playing on that electronics quiz machine just to the right of the front door. Word Soup, I think, used to play. And I still think about that place a lot. And I think, oh, if I ever won the big, I would say to Little Raccoons, get the fuck out of there. We'll find you a building. And what I would say, like, you know something, Jeff? Let's buy that building back. I'll pay for it. Let's get back to where it used to be. Get someone in to run it. Let's get the Holly Bush back to where it was. Cause to me, it's like it was a bubble. It was a haven. You'd sit down, no arseholes in there. It was brilliant. And I miss that place. But we can't. But when I was back at the chip shop, the Golden Place, which was never there when we were there. That's when oh yeah, there's a place on Manor Way. Oh right, it's very nice. I don't know if it's sitting or not. So I had a look, and I found there's like at least 4 fish and chip shops in Bournemouth. One is on Manor Way, as you it's if you're going off the Studio Way, it's the first shop on that parade of shops.
I bet you that Stan used to get his fish and chips from that shop in Manor Way.
I won't be surprised. I will not be surprised because.
But where was the fish shop?
You know. This is what I think in future plans. If because obviously with Gusher, you would have to help me on this one because she's got trust issues. It would be nice for us to have like at least once a year or twice a year, at least once a year, a big blowout, or twice a year a medium blowout where we could just do what we did before. Because there's at least 4 fish and chip shops in Bournemouth, and this is what killed me because it's like if I had to go into the truck stop down at Stibbington, we could have called in at that chip shop on Manor Way, and because the ball got very good ratings. Seaview, I think they call it. I do believe you can sit in. And had a nice fish and chip there, up in nice crunchy batter. And then obviously Golden Place wasn't available then. But when Paul Hussein, our ex Facebook friend, moved to the Shooting Star, do you remember that night when we got to old Edgware bus stop quite late on, and we got the first bus that said Bournemouth or Elstree turned up, and we knew something was up when we totally bypassed Elstree Village, and we ended up in the middle of that council estate, and he turned the engine off and he was talking to his friends, and I went, oh excuse me mate, sorry about that, and And that's when Ray messaged us saying, "Oh, well, they're coming up. It's not happening. I've locked up." I think that was the night we went to the Wellington for the 1 pint. I wish we stayed there longer now because it's for the revamp.
We remember a time when the bus had to brake suddenly and train on the road because someone drunk was laying in the road.
I've got that. I do remember. I do remember the bus driver must be late because when he left Edgware, he put his fucking foot down. Remember that one? Jesus Christ! I never seen a bus move so fucking fast. I mean, up in that night, I thought, well, we've got to get a fucking taxi here because it must be that day we were in London and you were so obsessed with getting the lanterns on the Westminster Embankment, but I don't think you found the right ones.
They've got the right ones. It's just it was too late.
But yeah, it could be that day we went to Victoria when there was that partial tube strike and you had your shite dial-up blackcurrant at the Stage Door pub next to Victoria Palace. Yeah. Well, as I say, she put me on. So I've since discovered that period that you didn't come down when Paula said at the Shooting Star. That near the Bournemouth football ground, there is a pub, a chip shop called the Golden Friar. The Golden Friar, which is a walk-in chip shop, it's not a sit-down one. They got good ratings. I didn't know that. I walked past that, the turn off that many a time onto Brook Road. And then I discovered there was one called the Bournemouth Fish and Chips, which is highly rated. You remember that scene from Confessions of a Pop Performer when Timmy Lee is driving the Kipper's van and Carol Hawkins reverses into the van where the Sentinel news officers were. That's Leeming Road. Now, at the T-junction of Leeming Road, where you see the Kipper van turn in, that's Aylford Road. Now, I would turn left there, go down about 20 yards, turn right, and then about 200 yards down the road was the Shooting Star, now the Oak. Now, being sent back onto Leeming Road, where the Kipper truck turned in, turn right, you've got a chip shop with very good ratings and a curry house, which now, as regarding curry houses, as well as the Spice Garden, there's a curry house on Manor Way, which I think is just a walk-in. Oh, Oreo. Oh, bless her. Oreo. Oh, bless her. So, does his sister live in Doncaster?
Hey.
So you got a relative in Doncaster that we'll get a cat from.
Not sure where she got her from. Certainly in Sheffield.
You said Doncaster.
Oh, I can't remember now.
So Spice Garden. We'll do Spice Garden Saturday night for that hour. Just an hour, no more than an hour, because you can enjoy your films and your chicken and whatever. Because I want to discuss the Spice Garden. Just spare an hour Saturday night, Jeff. Just a 1 hour. That's all I ask.
You've not seen the dong, maybe.
Dong.
Dong.
Oh, leave your dong out of this, you dirty cunt. I'm not that sexually confused, you pervert. Leave your dong out of this. Make sure you've got some keks on at least for that hour. Wear some boxes at least, you dirty bastard. Right, you know, this is what, before I finish up. So I've got, look, leave your shibboleth shrimp out of this. If you haven't said that, I would have fucking noticed. So I've got...
Yeah, but it's going to be on YouTube.
Well, no, let me have a look at it first. I mean, footage. You dirty bastard. If I can get that blurred away where I can put a little tick of it or something, you know what I mean? You know. It might be... Oh, do you know about my quick on display? I'm like, look at me, Peter. You know.
Put like an effect over it.
It's just like you laughing at me when I rang up that day to say, hey, I'm Jeff. I'm hearing, born, shedding, Yeah, but I rung you because I was so excited. I made it back from, doing an 8-hour shift at the chicken factory, you know. I was hearing Bonwood, I'm here. But I had a fucking sneezing fit on the junction of White House Avenue and Bleed Shenley Road. Right, Curry House before I finish up because, it's getting at 2:20. Hurry up. Oh, bless her. Oh. Does any of your cats at 6 hours in the morning treat your toes under the bed covers like you're chasing a mouse? And you feel the claws they do? Right, Curry House. Let me finish up Curry House. But tonight, I'm going to focus on the Spice Garden. But don't forget, no more than an hour. Because we've all got films to watch. And keep your cock in your bloody pants, you dirty bastard. I know I'm hot stuff, but Jesus, man.
That's an accident. The bloody cat run across the bloody...
Well, I'd probably seen your pussy and not your cock. But there's 2 curry houses that I would have walked. There's 2 curry houses I would have walked past when I was going to the shooting star on Boston Avenue.
Yeah.
One, ironically called, which I want to discuss tonight for an hour because you got your cock out, accidentally with your pussy cat. It's called Saffron. I googled right curry houses, Bournemouth. I kid you not, Saffron appeared. I thought, oh my God. We was about the bloody Saffron in Brick Lane. And then there's another one on Aylford Road, which is like literally at the T junction of Lehman Road is Aylford Road. Turn right, you got the chip shop. A bit further on, you got Curry House. Now, one of them, which I think is the Saffron, is just a takeaway. The one on Aylford Road, just off of Lehman Road, is a takeaway and a diner. So I thought, oh my god, to live there. You got two curry houses, got very good ratings. Fantastic rating. But I'm gonna cut off now, Jeff, and I will review the footage. I'm guessing it'll be like a blink and you'll miss it. But if you could just spare an hour to make up for the cock up. Let me know when you can have the hour slot, because both of us want to like focus on grub and movies with no multitasking. Just an hour. Let me know when that slot is gonna be. We'll get it done. Bish bash bosh. Then we can switch off as phones and concentrate on his films and his grub. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Because obviously Sunday is out of the question for obvious reasons.
Yeah, man, I'm up at 2:20.
Well, I will be next. It's like at the moment it's still queer shifts, even though the flights are inching forward. Next Thursday it's not too bad. It's 12:04. But then the next day, what should be technically a night shift, two of them are on 4:08. I'm on 3:07. So really that should be a furlough day, and it should be a night shift. But what should be the night shifts on the Saturday Sunday are like 11:03. So technically I don't know what shift you're on. No, Ben Early's. So we could do a Sunday that day. Leaving Saturday free. Right, that's it. Stop proceedings. I'll see you for an hour tonight. It's nearly 2:30. I'll either date your mum, bruv. I shall check. If it's like a blinking and miss it, it's not really worth bother editing, because if you're looking for it, you'll see it. If you're not looking for it, it'll be like a flash in the night. I mean, I barely took my eye off this phone during our session, although about 20 minutes missing. And if I'd have seen depending on what kind of weather it is, whether it's a samurai sword or a key to open a tin of corned beef, I didn't see anything. But I shall review the footage and try and snip the minor cock up out. I'll try and snip the foreskin, so to speak, matron. But definitely, we've got to do all the fish and chip shop in Bournemouth, Jeff. We've got all the time in the world. We've got to have our tea on the.
Yeah, I reckon it's for us to continue where we left off,
Or,
which is Rivington Place.
Well, I've been down there, and obviously it's changed. The only thing that's there from Rivington Place is probably the petrol station, just on the main road. But obviously, Rivington Place was changed a long time ago. I think it was demolished after they made that film in early 70s. There is a big wall halfway down, which probably would have been there at the time, but apparently there's a gap where the house used to be. But the layout's changed. I've been down there myself. At that Notting Hill area. I'm a bit disappointed, really. It's kind of like you got to look at the websites where they put the present day. I've got a card now against the map of then, try and get the area where the house would have been and the garden. But I did find that poor bloke who got hung for a crime he didn't commit. I found his wife's grave in Gunnersbury. Beryl Evans and their daughter. They're buried right at the back of the Gunnersbury Cemetery in a pauper's grave with like 5 other people. It's so tragic. It nearly broke my heart because I couldn't find it, and then there's like 2 lots of names on each side of the tombstones. There's Beryl, and the daughter was murdered by Christie, and obviously technically the unborn daughter is at that, she was pregnant at the time. And they're buried right at the back of the Gunnersbury Cemetery in a fucking pauper's grave. And I thought, there's Timothy Evans, who was pardoned for a crime he didn't commit. And I thought, why couldn't they have buried them together as a family? You know what I mean? It fucking broke my heart. Because he was a simple person who believed what Christie told him. And he was hung for a crime he didn't commit. His wife and daughter and unborn child are buried in a fucking pauper's grave. I thought, fuck me. You thought in this day and age they would have been put together. Fucking broke my heart, that did. And then about 200 yards up the road is the house where Sid James used to live before he moved near to the Palmer Studios. Anyway, it's
Yeah.
So we'll just let me know what slots available for Saturday night. An hour max-ish, and just make sure you're suitably dressed. Although I do guess that if the cat walked past, it'll be like a blink and you'll miss it job. But I shall review the footage. If I don't see any cocktail sausages, well, it's a humid night, it's a warm night, we're not talking a bull elephant or anything. Alright, that's it. We'll best curtail it here. It is now 2:35. Make sure you're soberly dressed, and just make sure that the slot is to your liking. Well, I'll be bloody ass bum your messenger anyway because it's your own fault for your. Oh, I think I may have exposed my. I don't like to say it. My man vegetable. My pussy exposed my my corn sausage unit. My meatballs. It might be spectacular, but I'm not sure, you know. Damn Oreo. But not on camera.
There's warning you in case you do, and you take action before it becomes.
I think if anything it'll be like a. Let's go on back. The subliminal message. Really good on Columbo. Columbo was good until they changed the format. When they gave him 2 detective sergeants to help him. At that point, it went down. We hadn't even watched that. We tried to watch it. There's one episode with Billy Connolly in it, but we thought it's not Columbo anymore. It's him on his own. His Dirty Mac. His Basset Hound. But to bring in that 3 or 4 detective sergeants, it's just not the same. It was shite. Right, get some kip. See you tonight for 1 hour. Ta-ta, you deviant sexual pervert. Right, we're going to press the cancel button now. Oh, not quite now. Now.